Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 26 of Direwolf20's MCEternal Let's Play series, where I am apparently growing weeds. Stinky, stinky weeds. I hate weeds. I really should go into the configs and turn them off. I just feel like that's cheating. Boy, are they rough though. They are annoying. They just make breeding crops so frustrating. But we're getting there. Guess what Dyer's got? Guess. Go ahead and guess. Just guess. I want you to guess. Go ahead, breed. Stop. Stop being weeds. Thank you. Thank you. Yay! All the things. Spreading, spreading, spreading crops. Yay! So as a reminder, AgriCraft, the way it works, right? You plant seeds in the ground and seeds have stats. And the stats are increased by trying to breed two of the same seed with each other. So for example, if I wanted to make this seed better, or if I wanted to make a seed that was better than these couple stats next to this one, I would put a cross crop here, and then I would start growing. And what would happen is it would take the attributes of the three crops, or four if you placed a dirt block here, around this crossbreeding thing, and the seed that gets generated here would in theory be better than those. If you place just a regular crop stick without a cross, right, so like that, when you breed, it'll just copy the seeds from one to the next. So they'll just spread and they'll have the same attributes. I've gone ahead and gotten myself a whole bunch of 10-10-10 seeds. How cool is that? Which ones are you? What are you doing here? What are you? Are these some of the old ones I had? I was breeding, and boy, did it take a while. Nope, they're also 10-10-10. So why are you not... Okay, you are stacking. Good. Cool. Right? So I can do that and get myself a bunch of 10-10-10 seeds. Now, these seeds are awesome, and I will tell you why in a moment. Well... So first off, you can see how quickly they grow, which is nice, right? I mean, even with the watering can, they are growing pretty quickly, right? Quicker than normal seeds would, right? The spreading bit's a little bit rough because weeds are a thing. So weeds have a chance of growing on any crop sticks. I think there's a config option for whether weeds can overwhelm your plants, but I don't think that that's enabled. I was kind of looking at the configs to understand like what's... There's a lot of different options you can have for AgriCraft, and I was trying to understand them. Woo. So, there we go. Look how fast this grows. Boom, full size. How cool is that? Love it. So I don't think the weeds can overtake your existing crops, my understanding, right? So here's the deal, right? This is how cool this is. So we've got a bunch of seeds. I've got a bunch of weed seeds. You can see all the stats that we had to work up, right? So you start with 1, 1, 1, and then you kind of have to work your way up the chain. And remember, the attributes are growth, which determines how quickly the seed grows, gain, which determines how many resources you get from a fully grown crop, and strength, which is the resistance to weeds. Now, at least pumpkins, for sure, won't get overtaken by weeds, so I don't think we have to care about strength, but just because I'm a little bit crazy, I needed to get my strength up to 10-10-10, and I'll tell you, that was the hardest one to get past there, right? Look how many 10-7s I had. I got 11 10-10-7s before I got a 10-10-8. And I got like 4 of those before I got a 10-10-9, and I got 3 of those before I got finally my 10-10-10s, right? So it took a while to get a perfect seed. It took a long while. I think I probably sat out here for at least an hour or two just watering crops. But progress. I tried automating a little bit too, and it was tricky. But I think I might be able to automate this with integrated dynamics, and that is an episode you guys should be looking forward to because it is probably something you will see in the future. Hooray! I'm also going to absorb all my experiences. Oh, and I might have died overnight at some point. Yeah, I think an Enderman snuck over. That's what it was. So anyway, check this out, right? I'm going to put my pumpkins away for a minute because I want to show you guys how good these seeds are. You ready? We're going to harvest all these crops. So these seeds are super good. So I've got no pumpkins in my inventory. I right-click one. I got 7 pumpkins from that. Boom. 14. Boom. 21. Boom. 25. Not as many. 30. 35. 41. So you get somewhere between 4 and 7 pumpkins, right? So on average, you get about 5 pumpkins per harvest here. So this little 5 by 5 area -1, right? So we had, you know, 5 by 5 is 25, minus the 1 is 24. 24 crops got me 2 stacks, so 138 pumpkins from that. Not too shabby. Now, one thing I'd love to do is check out if rats can harvest these dudes, and look how quickly we can grow more as needed. My hope is that, like, without a watering can, we'll be producing more pumpkins than are necessary, but I could probably throw, like, Actually Additions greenhouse glass or some kind of growth automation thing. I'm sure there's something in the pack that increases growth ticks without me having to stand here with a watering can in my hand. But I do want to check out rats. I'm curious if they will be able to harvest these for me in an intelligible way. And what I mean by an intelligible way is, can they pick up the crops? We have to find an automated way to pick up those crops without breaking the crop sticks. That's what we need to do, right? So there's 2 ways to harvest crops. There's the vanilla way, right? With vanilla crops, you need to literally break them to get everything. And then you need to replant the seed. Now, in AgriCraft, there's a special case where you need to plant the crop sticks first and then the seeds. And this is a pro tip for you guys, a big old warning. If, for example, you take your 10-10-10 seed and plant it in the ground without a crop stick, whoops, that's not good. You just turned that into a 1-1-1 seed, and that is a bad time. So don't do that, especially as you're, progressing through AgriCraft, because you will definitely lose that seed. It'll either turn into a 1-1-1 or be destroyed like it was just now. So either way, it's bad. So don't plant AgriCraft crops without a crop stick or bad things happen. So what we need to do is find a mod that understands how to deal with AgriCraft. Some mods are capable of doing a right click on the seed and not break the crop stick in the seed. So just like when we right clicked it, it'll just pop the pumpkins off and be ready to regrow. Other mods might wind up breaking them because they're used to doing things the vanilla way. So what we have to do is figure out A, what do rats do? Because I kind of like rats, they're cool. And then B, figure out what our next steps are if that doesn't work. We might have to look into Ender.io or Industrial Foregoing or Actually Additions. There's a bunch of mods that have automatic farming. So we're going to figure out which one works. We're going to get it going, and then that'll be cool. You like it? So let's look at rats. Where'd rats? There you are, rats. Hello, rats. So I mentioned there was a rat bag. There he is, rat sack. He contains 7 rats. Rat, 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 and more. I guess you can name rats. Cool. So gem cutter we don't need. Planter, I'm hoping we won't need planter, right? And platter, I don't know if we even need platter. Archaeologist hat, yeah, that's cool beans. Rare drop from husks or skeletons or jungles. Neat. I like that. And then we've got our cages, and we've got, a few other things here from the rats mod, right? Mysterious token fragment, we've gotten 3 of those so far. We are well on our way to getting what we want to get. I found some plastic waste out and about in the world. That's cool. You know what else? I've had this thing running for a long time, and I'm actually probably concerned about... Yeah, see, look. Junk in my inventory. Speaking of rats, hey guys. I've had this thing running for a very long time at this point. Oh my, sulfur. Sulfur is really overloading in here. I should put sulfur in the... Oh, I do have sulfur in the thing. He's just backstuffing. Huh. Sweet. I should put a void upgrade in there, is what I should do. Should get a few void upgrades. The only problem is I'm pretty sure I'm out of obsidian at the moment, and that's what I need for void upgrades. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, I have no obsidian. So we're probably going to want to do void stuff by hand. But I left my mob farm running, and it's not super organized just yet. Ooh, potatoes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab all that and put it away. And that should at least help a little bit. Boy, do we have a lot of junk in here. All this stuff seems very unnecessary. I'm just going to clean out my mob drops chest real quick. Because boy, is it a mess. Quite the mess. Alright, good enough for now to at least clean up the mess that is Alright, at least that cleared out the room. So that'll be cool. How do we do over here? Wow, not as many books as I thought I would have gotten in that time. But I also am not spawning evil wizards. But also I would have expected a few more books. But we had to get a lot of, like, other books that we've seen before. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's, there's some advanced and apprentice spells we've never seen before. I'm just saying. We'll have to look through that later. I'm trying to take a little break, as much as I don't want to. Cool. Alright, so let's look at rats. What I'm going to do is, I should set up my rat cage. Okay, I'm going to put my rats, you know, in a spot somewhere in my base. That does form a multi-block, right? I'm pretty sure it does. And can I do that? Oh no, they just all go into the world. Okay, that's fine. Boop, boop, boop. Somebody told me in my comments that I can have 3 rats on my shoulders at all times, and that is pretty much the best thing I learned today. You guys go in there. You go in there. And that's the 7 that we had, right? And they do look like they're spreading out in there, so that's cool. So what I'm going to do is grab... take these 2 guys. Come on, kids. Come for a ride with Uncle Dyer. And we're going to go outside, and I'm going to get my cheese staff, and I'm going to get my radius staff, and I should probably do some kind of fencing to make sure that my rats are relatively well protected from bad guys. I don't want bad guys coming after my rats, right? I wonder if rats can go through stone fences. I assume they can. I assume that they can. So maybe we should... trying to decide how I want to organize this thing. I should get into Thaumcraft just so I can make the paving stuff. Alright, so I grabbed a couple drawers and I've got some fences and let's see what we can do. I'm not super worried about my rats coming out of this area. You know, but I do want to maintain it. Oh, that's right. I was playing with automation options. I don't think I need that anymore. This stuff I'll keep. And what I'm going to do is give them a little bit of a wide berth here, right? So what we're going to do is we'll do 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I like how you can kind of see your rats on your shoulder if you, like, turn your camera just well enough. Hey, guys. What's up? How's it going? If you don't think the rats are cool, I'm not sure what I can do about that. Because they are just awesome. They are just awesome sauce. Okay, that looks well lit enough in there. I think I'll do the corners of the fences as well. Right. That works. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a drawer here with a key and some pumpkins, right? And then we're going to put our buddies down. So you guys are going to boop, boop, punch empty air. Remember to drop them, right? So you... sir, can hang out home point, and you set home point. So that's your home points, right? And your job will be to harvest. And let's see what happens. No, not that. Can you come back, please? Come on, little buddy. Are you not even recognizing agrocraft crops as something that can be harvested? Because that would be bummerish. They might not be recognizing that. Interesting. Bummer. You guys don't recognize ah, man, that stinks. That stinks. Wonder if there's some other sneaky upgrade I can give them. So just for testing purposes, I'm going to break this for a minute, and we're going to grow this dude and see if the rats decide to pick him up. Because they should. Oh, sorry. Sorry, rat. I harvested it too quickly for you. Where'd my other buddy go? He seems to have a little bit of a mind of his own, that little guy. Oh yeah, see, look, he totally did the thing. Yeah, so they don't like agricraft. All right, fair enough. Well, we weren't sure if they were going to like agricraft, to be fair. So we're going to have to find something else. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Go back where you belong. What are you doing? You're being weird. You're bothering me with how weird you're being. All right, you guys go back in your cage then, because you're just... This is not a task for you. But I do need to reset up my tree farm, and I want to do it in a little bit more of an intelligible manner. So we will do that, hopefully relatively soon. All right, you guys will have work soon, I promise. I promise we're going to do more with rats, because there's a lot of cool stuff with rats. Like, I just want to mention that there's an upgrade called, the Ratinator, half machine, half rodent, fires dual lasers at targets. That's a thing that exists. The Rat Upgrade Psychic, extremely fast health regeneration, summons portals that attack targets, telepathically launches blocks at foes. What? we gotta play more of this mod. It's gonna happen, I promise. But I got so much I want to do and so much I want to play with. I mean, we have to get to Ratlantis, right? That's a thing we got to do. We're definitely visiting Ratlantis. So yeah, with that said, let's find something that can harvest this. So Industrial Foregoing, I think has a machine that can do this for us. Plant, fertilizer, sower, gatherer, I want to say. Will harvest fully grown crops and chop down trees. This includes each operation will produce a bit of sludge that can be used in, yeah. There's another one, isn't there? Isn't there a water? Isn't there one that you can right-click plants with? Plant sower. Maybe it's been combined into one. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's see. Spores Recreator, Animal Grower. Protein Stuff, Hydrator, Wither Builder, Fluid Pump, Fluid Crafter, Plant, Interactor. This is the one I was thinking of. We'll right-click crops. Say that 5 times fast. And fruits to harvest them and store them in its inventory or drop them on the ground if they can't be stored. This is what we want, the Plant Interactor. That's what we wanted to use. So let's make one of these, shall we? We will do, I think this is probably the cheapest recipe for a machine frame, even though you can basically use any machine frame. So we're gonna want one, I'm out of sticks, because of course I am. Wood. I mean, to be fair, I used a lot of sticks. 2, 3. 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Plant Interactor. And range upgrade, I think we would want +2? Because it's 1 by 1, plus 1 would be 3 by 3, plus 2 would be 5 by 5. Is that a reasonable assumption on what the range upgrade is that we want? I'm gonna sleep under the stars tonight. Ah, so nice. Look at me bouncing up and down because I took a nap while jumping. Anyway. Whee! So let's put you here-ish. And give you... This guy should actually be perfect. Yay! Now, why didn't he go into the inventory? Maybe rats can pick them up. That would be a cool task for rats to do. We could give rats the job of picking up the items. Let's try that. Because I was under the impression that he was supposed to go into the inventory, but he didn't. Which is bad. So what I probably want is a gather items rat here. Let's snag 1 or 2. What do we get? 2 rats? Yeah, you can both come with me. You will both be in charge of gathering items, and whoever gathers the items fastest wins. Got it, kids? Okay. So your jobs... Shift left click the air. Okay. So where's my... I knew there'd be a way to coolly get rats to do things. So you set home point. You set home point. You deposit items. You deposit items. And in theory, the main items you should find are going to be, you know, pumpkins, right? So now let's see what happens if I put my range upgrade in. The rats should be like, yeah, I've got stuff to get. Booyah. Look, they're doing the thing. Good job, guys. They're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, they're doing nice. Yeah. Their pathfinding's a little funky. Maybe I should set their home point to be over here. Now, what do I got by way of radius on this thing? I was playing with the radius on some of these rats, but I don't know if these are the ones that I played with, right? So you have a radius of that for picking up items. I might make that a little bit smaller. Whoops. That's not cool. Don't do that. Don't do that, direwolf. Five. I see. Reset radius does that. Okay. Well, that's interesting. His radius moves with him? What are you doing, Chief? Oh yeah, by the way, you should be doing gather items, not harvest. Yeah, no, you didn't know what to do with that stick. Gather items. And what were you doing? You were also set to harvest. You should gather items. There you go. Cool. They're doing a good job now. Tiny little hitboxes. Okay. I think they're cool. Yeah, they're doing great. Good job, little guys. My rats are doing their jobs. They're picking up the items for me. I like that. That's cool. Like, could I put a vacuum hopper on this? Of course I could. Right? Of course I could do a vacuum hopper. Have you guys seen me do vacuum hoppers a million times? Yes. Are rats way cooler than vacuum hoppers? Yes. Are they as efficient? Apparently not. Because they're a little bit like, what do I do now? There's a thing over there. Oh, I see. You're confused by that, are you? Give me that. That's not for you, rat. I'm gonna put this guy underground here so that they don't get lost. Let's do it on. Oh boy, that's gonna happen a lot to me, and I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate every minute of it. Yeah, they're all like, what do I do with this sand? That's their one downfall, is that they don't know what to do with things if I, if they happen to pick it up. They're like, what do I do with this? I know, buddy, I'm sorry. Alright, now you guys should not get stuck on that little thing. Alright. And if I gave them platter updates, by the way, they could totally pick up more than one item at a time. In fairness, I totally gave them a lot of work to do by harvesting an entire field all at once, right? Once they clear out the backlog of pumpkins, they will be probably pretty good at picking up pumpkins for me. And I mean, I might turn this into a vacuum hopper later. I don't know. We'll see how the rats work out. I'm trying to understand how good they are and if they behave for me and do what I want them to do. And I think so far they're doing great. I'm very proud of them. They're little busybodies. They're taking care of things for me, which is cool. I love it. Look at this. We've already got how many pumpkins? 4 stacks of pumpkins in there. And they are rapidly working. Like I said, if I gave one of them a platter upgrade, they would probably do a good job of grabbing a stack at a time. I don't know if that's going to be necessary because we did the full thing, right? The whole field all at once. Wow, there's a lot of pumpkins sitting right there. I wonder how many are sitting there. Goodness gracious. Alright, they finally cleared out that back one and another set here just popped off. That's cool. These guys are busy. Here, get to work. Haha, cool. They're doing a good job. They really are. They're pretty neat. I do like my rats. They are cool. I'm not sure what home point does because I set my home point for you to be here, and I assumed home point meant this is where you go to when you have no other work to do, but it seems like they're just still chilling there. But that's alright. That's alright. Where you going, buddy? You should not be wandering. You should be picking... What are you doing? Oh, okay, cool. Alright. Good deal. I'll keep an eye on these guys for a little bit, make sure they behave, and we'll be right back. Alright, so they definitely got a little stuck in water, so I placed a dirt block there to prevent them from... I think the items falling in the water was a problem for them. Also, where do you think you're going, buddy? I don't even know. Keep an eye on these guys for a little bit. Anyway, let's get biomass going, because that was the whole point of this, right? We were getting lots of pumpkins so that we could get biomass, right? What I think I'd like to do is run a little line here. So that's what we're gonna do next. Stop. Guys, please. Okay, I know you're trying to be helpful. Okay. No, what I want is sandstone. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, hopefully they will not have any trouble with what I just did. So what we're going to do is then head off in this direction towards my pyramid. Would it be a problem to do a 5x5 area? Probably, because I'm under sand, right? Yep, 100%. A little bit of a problem. So what I should probably do, what I'll do is dig this out. And just deal with it. And then I'll put a layer of sandstone down. Yes, I know, parasites. I hate you guys. Those parasites are the worst. Now in theory, oh okay, look, I found my base. Yay. The downside of building your base in the desert. Luckily we have building gadgets to help us make our lives a little bit easier in fixing this. Alright guys, chill out, would you? Okay, so we will building gadget our way into a build to me function of this stuff. And that should be fine. Okay, what I'm probably going to do is something like this. All right. I can't turn my jetpack on when I have my building gadget on because it's the same hotkey. Professional. Knows what he's doing. Promise. Promise. Okay. So not the end of the world. There you go. Sweet. Alright, and everybody else is happy over here? Alright, you guys keep doing your job. Make me proud, rats. Make me proud. So downstairs, in here, we have probably a little bit of a mess going on, but that's okay. We can fix that up. Sweet. Alright, so we've got a... somewhere around here. There it is. So what I want is a storage drawer connector to that pumpkin drawer. So we have access to our pumpkins from our AE system. And I would also super appreciate a way in and out of this little area. Perfect. Sandstone's probably good enough. Wherever it is now. My goodness. Alt-click to choose it, right? Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right, so let's get a storage connector and all that stuff. I'll be right back. I'm going to craft a few things and get ready. All right, let's do a quick head count because I've been so bad about cable management in AE so far. Like, we're in episode, like, what, 26 now, and I'm just doing a terrible job of actually knowing how many channels I have in use. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're well under the 8. 5, right? So then we can sneak over here and totally get, this will be 6, right? Huge to do. Better cable management, right? Not only that, but I don't even have enough cables. This is the situation we find ourselves in. I don't even have enough cables. I should really get auto crafting going with AE. I should really get, there's so much I need to do. I should really get a lot of, like, better cables. I need to set up a wool farm. So I need to go find sheep, set up a sheep shearing farm so I can get lots of wool so I can do things. Now, are there shear upgrades for rats? I feel like there were. Let's do the thing. Next episode, though, but we're going to try it. I want to try playing with rats more. They're cool. I think that they're neat, and I think we could do fun things with them. You know, because that's what I do. All right, so this is all done, right? Actually, no, none of this is done. None of this is done. We needed a PRC still. We need an electrolytic separator. We need biofuel from a crusher. Right? All the things. Hydrogen and water. I probably don't have to mark those down. But I did want the pump from Mechanism. I wanted the Mechanism pump for this, because I remember that being a cool little gadget, as it were. So we're going to need more cables. I need more Fluix crystals then, which we're pretty low on. So let's get quartz. Yeah, 12 of you. Some of you. Let's get 4 more quartz. And get it charged. We might have some charged down here already. We have 1. Okay, cool. Just put it all in. Good job. Charged up. Huge to do. Improve AE system. But wool first, because I need wool for the bundled cable stuff so I can see where things are at. So wool first. That'll probably be my next task. A nice wool farm. Yeah, Fluix crystals. 16 Fluix crystals. That was a quest. All right, cool. Do I have some sand in here? I do. What I'd like is for you to go in here. So I can double these guys, right? You don't need regular Fluix crystals for a lot, from what I remember. Whoop. Fully charged. Dude, tick accelerate all the things. People say I'm addicted to tick accelerators. I don't know what they're talking about. So we've got these little quartz doohickeys, right? Good. You guys go in there, you do that. 28 more. Good enough for now. Whee. Alright, so basically I want you to come down here. Cool. Okay, so what I want is you. And that should be good. So now I should see a bunch of pumpkins in my AE system. Yes, 864. And climbing, 865. Because my rats are doing a good job over there. Picking up all my pumpkins. Good job, kids. You're doing great. Very proud of both of you. You're doing a wonderful job, and you should feel proud of yourselves. All right, with that said, I'm going to wrap up the episode here. So we used rats to make a pumpkin farm. Had fun with that. Pumpkins are in good shape. We're going to have lots of pumpkins for making biomass or biofuel or whatever this stuff is called. Yeah, biofuel for Mechanism. Next episode, I think my plans... Do I want to do biomass now or no? I think my plans next episode should be to focus more on the AE system. Auto crafting would go a long way for me, plus a wireless terminal, plus you know, wool and cabling and all that. So let's look at doing our AE system a little better next episode, because right now our fuel system is working out pretty well. So I want to focus on AE before I get, because this is doing a good enough job, right? But pretty soon we're going to want to be ramping things up, and we're going to want fast machines being automated, so we're going to automate as much as we can with Mechanism. And with the fast machines will come a need for much more power, right? So that's when we're going to need our biofuel and gas stuff, all right? So next episode, we'll farm probably an AE system, and then we'll move on from there. All right, for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time, see what we can do with a wool farm, maybe using rats. For now, take it easy.